16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by Khalil Mack. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says,
the pressure pressure gets to him again. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. This is fielded at the 7. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. First down. Pitts. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself a big...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Give him 30 yards there.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. For the catch made by Johnson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll run on 1st down. Pitts. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. On 2nd down, Pitts. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Cut. Line 36. Line 36. I'm coming after you.
And that'll set them back 5. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Line 36. Watch the pass. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. You must. Hey. Line 36. Line 36. All day, baby.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now a carry here for their fullback. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. This is Hunt. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And the Raven 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Let's make these babies crawl away.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 36. Mike 36.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Let's go,
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Watch 54, watch 54. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
On first down, Pitts. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Jackson from the shotgun. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch the safety, Chris.
Now Jackson to throw again. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. Here we go, here we go. Kill, 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 kill. Let's go. Drive on. Switch off.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Now a give, right side. Pitts. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
He's not going to get me. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. Yeah. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Letting one go deep for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Johnson was the intended receiver. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Now Hunt. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Check 9, check 9.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
22 yards there, a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run to their fullback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here's Jackson throwing on 4th down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for them.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit, because I will leave openings, all right? You can sting me, but how often will they want to do that? They're going to want to run the ball and bleed the clock. I'm going.
That's caught at the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. John Ross with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I'm here all day.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Here's Pollard again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. He may try and run for this. And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether there's man or zone. Deep ball, short.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good
up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
To throw is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. So for the Steelers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0.